Hey everybody, Coach Steve here, SoCalRunning.com, MarathonTraining.tv, and SoulRunners.net. I want to talk to you about one of my favorite races, the Catalina Marathon, and I've done it 5 times. My fastest time is 4:05, so I'm kind of that average runner, but here's how I race it. So it starts at Two Harbors, kind of down by Cat Harbor. You run across and then you start the fire road. The fire road is 2.5 miles. The crowd's all pumped up, the faster people are moving, so be careful because a lot of times we want to push it in this section and it's the very beginning of the race. Beautiful views, you get to the top, there's a little downhill that kind of winds down. This is the first section where I really try to find my flow, get a feel for the island, get a feel for the unevenness of some of the rocky parts, and really enjoy that part. And then I come into another uphill. There's some sections that I walk and some that I run. I get to the top and then it's my first real downhill where I try to open it up and feel some speed. At the bottom there's a half-mile climb somewhere around 6 that is way steeper than the map shows. But at the top there's an aid station, and that aid station, after that, it opens up onto a really downhill runnable fire road that's perfectly groomed. So in this section right here, I try to go as fast as I can. It's really where I try to make up some speed. At the bottom there's a little harbor. It's on the Pacific side, some of the best views on the entire coast, and then you start this 5-mile climb. There's some really steep parts and then there's some like winding ridges that are still going up. A couple little downhill sections, but mostly it's a climb all the way to the Middle Ranch aid station. So in here I wrote save your energy, try to save your energy, because really Middle Ranch is where you want to hit it. You get to about 13.1 and there's an aid station there that starts Middle Ranch, and it's uphill, but it really kind of looks flat. Compared to everything else you've been running, it looks really flat. So it's about 4.5 miles, and I try to have my best 4.5 miles in that section. I just like, okay, 45 minutes, I got to run every little bit of that. And then at the bottom I get to 17.7 Pump House Hill, the infamous Pump House Hill. It's a mile winding up. There's motivational signs. It's really cool. The best part of Pump House Hill is getting to the top because there's the best aid station on the course. And the volunteers are in costumes, all the food you could want. But what they don't tell you about is after that aid station, so you're feeling all good, then Catalina just hits you in the face with another hard uphill. So you have this uphill here, and right in that section is where you're going to have prime buffalo viewing. So start watching for buffalo right in here. On the left is views of the ocean, kind of out towards Palos Verdes and San Pedro, and then there's some rolling hills. That's buffalo on the right and the left. It kind of winds up to 20. There's a little downhill, then there's a short kind of steep uphill as you're working your way up to the radio towers. So this is a hard part right in here, and then you kind of get up here, and the ridge, you're looking down, you can see Avalon. It's kind of climbing as it goes. So this part is actually a little tougher than it looks because it's deep in the race. Around 23 you hit the downhill. The downhill is a fire road, but be careful, there's a lot of loose rocks there and it's really steep, a couple really steep left-hand turns. Then all of a sudden you make another turn, you come into the back of Avalon, somewhere down here. In the back of Avalon, there's some dirt on the right, but the pavement starts. And then you get to the back of the golf course and you're running alongside the back of the golf course and it's all pavement. You go past the fire station, you make a quick left or right, and you're into where the houses are. You're way up, you got about 4 blocks to go at this point. You're running all the way down to the main boardwalk. People are on the side of the road cheering you on. It's pretty cool at that point. You cross the finish line and they call your name and they give you an awesome medal. And at that point, if you're really hot, you can just walk right into Avalon Harbor. So it's only about 50 yards. You just go straight into Avalon Harbor, put your legs in your feet and cool down, take some time, and then there's always beer at the end. So that's the way I'm going to race the course. I'm going to save it in the beginning, and I'm going to really try to hit it at Middle Ranch and then hang on for dear life at the end and run as fast as I can down that hill. Have a great race. If you haven't done Catalina, make sure you put Catalina on your list. It's one of the best races out there. This is Coach Steve saying train focused.